I've been working out for almost 2 years. I've been reading books for almost a year. I've been on NoFap for almost a year. And the similarity between all three of those is that it took time. I couldn't decide to get where I am today in a moment. I couldn't decide that the next day my whole life was gonna change. I couldn't do that. I had to put in the time, put in the work until where I am right now. And I'm sure that in 5 years I'm gonna be putting in the work, putting in the time as well. But time is very important. Like, you don't, I hope you understand that you need to put in the time if you actually want to get something good. Because you can always just go on YouTube and be distracted for like an hour. That's fun, sure, but if you don't actually have something that you're working on in real life, what's the point? And I want to give you a metaphor that will really drive this home, is that progress is like hitting your head against a brick wall. You just keep running into the wall, boom, 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 and it feels like nothing's happening. But soon enough, you actually start to get used to the pain. You start getting used to the pain of running into a brick wall. And eventually, you don't even feel the pain anymore. And you keep doing it, until all of a sudden you start to see cracks into the brick wall. And the cracks get bigger and bigger and bigger each time you do it, until eventually you crash through the brick wall. You crash through. And at that point, it didn't even feel like it was hard. You just did it. Now, let me ask you a question. Was the first time or the second time that you crashed through the brick wall that you just fell flat on your butt? You just completely hurt. It was agonizing. Were those useless? Did those count towards the end goal of you breaking through the brick wall? Of course they did, right? Of course they did. But yet, if you don't go through them, you will never get the goal. And so why don't you go ahead and go through the hard part of progress right now? Because it needs time to actually get the goal, right? And obviously near the beginning, that's the hardest part, because you're not used to it yet. It's not a habit, it's not a routine. If you can get through that little period, it's smooth sailing. You'll just get it. You'll just reach the goal by accident. And eventually, you'll be breaking through brick walls like there's no tomorrow. But eventually, you'll find a concrete wall instead, or a glass wall. Maybe not a glass wall, but just another kind of wall. And you're gonna have to learn to break through that as well. But you only got there. You only got through breaking the brick wall through time and effort. Because you can only get your goals through time and effort. You can't expect to stop procrastinating. You can't expect to be disciplined the very next day. It takes time. It takes so much time that you might even want to give up. But if you don't give up, that's when you reach the goal. Never give up. Always put in time and effort.